Now consider the example. Find the value of x if f of x is increasing. So f of x equals to 3 plus 3x minus of 3x square plus x cube. So differentiate with respect to x. It means f dash of x is equals to derivative of 3 is 0 plus 3 into a derivative of x is 1 minus of 3 into derivative of x square is twice of x plus derivative of x cube is 3x square. So this is simply equals to 3x square minus of 6x plus 3. Take 3 common. So x square minus of twice of x plus 1, which is simply equals to 3 into x minus of 1 square. This is the square of 1 minus of x square. But f of x is increasing. Increasing means what? F dash of x is greater than 0. It means 3 into x minus of 2 is greater than 0. Square of this one. It means x minus of 2, x minus of 1 square is greater than 0. That is this one, and this is possible for x belongs to R and x is not equals to 1. So therefore x must be belonging to the set of real number except 1. So therefore f of x is strictly increasing if x belongs to R set of real number except at 1. Now second example, find the value of x if the f of x is strictly increasing function. So here f of x is equals to x cube minus of 6x square minus of 36x plus 7. So differentiate with respect to x. So here f dash of x is equals to derivative of x cube is 3x square minus of 6 derivative of x square is twice of x minus of 36 into derivative of x is 1 plus derivative of 7 constant term is 0. So here f dash of x is equals to 3x square minus of 12x minus of 36. We take 3 common. It means x square minus of 4x minus of 12. So f dash of x is equals to this one. Now here, but f of x is strictly increasing. Here strictly increasing or monotonically increasing. F dash of x must be greater than 0. It means 3 into x square minus of 4x minus of 12 is greater than 0. It means x square minus of 4x minus of 12 is greater than 0. So that is here we transfer 12 to that side or we add 12 on both sides. It means x square minus of 4x is greater than 12. It means x square minus of 4x we are adding 4 on both sides. It means x square minus of 4x plus 4 is greater than 16, and this is the square of x plus 2, x minus of 2, square of x minus of 2 is greater than here 4 square. So and this is if x minus of 2 is greater than 4 and or x minus of 2 is less than 4, minus of 4. Here 4 square means we are taking square root. So square root must be plus or minus. For positive value this value is greater. For negative value this value is less than minus of 4. So this implies x is greater than 6 or x is less than, so here minus of 4 plus 2, that is x is greater than 6 or x is less than minus of 2. So this is the required solution. So your next example, find the value of x if f of x is strictly decreasing. So here f of x is equals to twice of x cube minus of 3x square minus of 12x plus 6. So here given f of x is equals to 2x cube minus of 3x square minus of 12x plus 6. So differentiate with respect to x. So f dash of x is equals to 2 into derivative of x cube is 3x square minus of 3 into derivative of x square is twice of x minus of 12 into derivative of x is 1 and into derivative of 6 constant term 0. So f dash of x is equals to 6x square minus of 6x minus of 12. So take 6 common. It means x square minus of x minus of 2 is equals to f dash of x. But f of x is strictly decreasing function. So therefore f dash of x must be less than 0. So that is if 6 into x square minus of x minus of 2 is less than 0, that is if x square minus of x minus of 2 is less than 0, it means we transfer this to that side. So here x square minus of x is less than 2, that is if for complete square we add half of the coefficient of x, means half 1 by 2, square means 1 by 4. So we add 1 by 4 on both sides. So this is x square minus of x plus 1 divided by 4 is less than 2 plus 1 divided by 4. It means x minus of 1 by 2 square is less than 9 divided by 4. 4 to the 8 plus 1 means 9 divided by 4. Now taking square root, it means that is if minus of 3 by 2 is less than x minus of 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 2. So that is minus of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is less than x minus of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is less than 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2. It means we are adding 1 by 2 to this equation. So that is, this one is nothing but minus of 2 divided by 2 is less than x is less than 4 divided by 2. It means here minus of 1 is less than x is less than 2 is the required solution. So find the value of x. Find x if f of x equals to x cube minus of 12x square minus of 144x plus 30 is increasing and secondly decreasing. So here given, here increasing means what? Derivative is less than or equals to 0, and strictly increasing means what? Here increasing means derivative is greater than or equals to 0, and if it is strictly increasing then its derivative must be greater than 0. So here strictly increasing means f dash of x is greater than 0, and simply increasing means f dash of x is greater than or equals to 0. So here given f of x is equals to x cube minus of 12x square minus of 144x plus 13. So therefore f dash of x is equals to derivative of this one 3x square minus of 12 into derivative of x square is twice of x minus of 144 into derivative of x is 1 and derivative of 13 is 0. So this is equals to 3x square minus of 24x minus of 144. We take 3 common. It means here x square minus of 8x minus of 3 4 the 48. X square minus of 8x minus of 48. So which is simply equals to 3 into x square minus of 8x minus of 48. So this value is f dash of x. Now here f of x is increasing. Increasing means what? So f dash of x must be greater than or equals to 0. It means here 3 into x square minus of 8x minus of 48 is greater than or equals to 0. Here increasing means greater than or equals to. If it is strictly increasing or monotonically increasing means simply greater than 0. So here x square minus of 8x minus of 48 is greater than or equals to 0. It means x square minus of 8x is greater than or equals to 48. Now here we make perfect square. It means half of coefficient of x means half of coefficient of x means 8 by 2 means 4. So square of 4 means 16. We add 16 on both sides. So here x square minus of 8x plus 16 is greater than or equals to 48 plus 16. So here this value is x minus of 4 square of this one is greater than or equals to 64. So taking square root, it means x minus of 4 is greater than or equals to 8, or x minus of 4 is less than or equals to minus of 8. It means here x is greater than or equals to 12 or x is less than or equals to 4, minus of 4. So therefore f of x is increasing if x is less than or equals to minus of 4 or x greater than or equals to 12. Now secondly, for decreasing, again here f of x is decreasing. So again decreasing means what? Now strictly decreasing means f dash of x is less than 0, and simply decreasing means f dash of x is less than or equals to 0. So this is the difference between increasing and strictly increasing, decreasing and strictly decreasing. So f dash of x is less than or equals to 0. So that is, therefore, that is, if 3 into x square minus of at x minus of 40 is less than or equals to 0, that is, if x square minus of at x minus of 48 is less than or equals to 0, that is, if x square minus of at x is less than or equals to 48, that is, if, so here x square minus of at x plus, now here half of coefficient of x, 8 by 2, 4, square of 4 means 16, so plus 16 is less than or equals to 48 plus 16, so here x minus of 4 square is less than or equals to, here 48 plus 16 means 64, so that is, if x minus of 4, so this value is less than or equals to 8, here minus of 8 less than or equals to, so that is, if minus of 8 plus 4 is less than or equals to x minus of 4 plus 4 is less than 8 plus 4, it means minus of 4 is less than or equals to x is less than or equals to 12. So therefore x must be belongs to close interval minus 4 to 12, and this is the required solution whenever f is decreasing. So find the value of x if f of x is equals to 2x cube minus of 15x square minus of 144x minus of 7 is strictly or monotonically increasing, and secondly strictly decreasing. So here f of x is twice of x cube minus of 15x square minus of 144x minus of 7. So differentiate with respect to x. So f dash of x is equals to 2 into derivative of x cube is 3x square minus of 15 into derivative of x square is twice of x minus of 144 into derivative of x is 1 minus of derivative of 7 is 0. So this is equals to 6x square minus of 30x minus of 144. So we take 6 common, it means x square minus of 5x minus of 24. So here f dash of x is equals to 6 into x square minus of 5x minus of 24. So here 8 3s are 24. So factor are x minus of 8, x minus of 3, x plus 3, x minus of 8, x plus 3. So f dash of x is equals to 6 into x minus of 8, x plus 3. So here first one, f of x is strictly increasing. It means here f dash of x strictly increasing means greater than or greater than 0, and only increasing means greater than or equals to 0. So therefore here 6 into x minus of 8, x plus 3 is greater than 0. It means x minus of 8, x plus 3 is greater than 0. Now here product of two term is positive. It means one of them both are positive or both are negative. So therefore x minus of 8 is greater than 0 and x plus 8 is greater than 0, or x minus of 8 is less than 0 and x plus 3 is less than 0. So x minus of 8 greater than 0 and x plus 3 is greater than 0, or x minus of 8 less than 0 and x plus 3 is less than 0. Now consider first case. So here case first one. So here x minus of 8 is greater than 0 and x plus 3 is greater than 0. It means here x is greater than 8 and x is greater than minus of 3. X is greater than 8 or x is greater than minus of 3 means simply x is greater than 8. Now for case second one, here x minus of 8 is less than 0 and x plus 3 is less than 0. So therefore x is less than 0 and x is less than minus of 3. So here x is less than 8 and x is less than minus of 3. So therefore x must be less than minus of 3. So therefore f is strictly increasing if x is greater than 8 or x is less than minus of 3. Now secondly, strictly decreasing. So here strictly decreasing. Decreasing means here strictly less than 0. It means here 6 into x minus of 8 into x plus 3 is less than 0. It means x minus of 8, x plus 3 is less than 0. Product of two term is negative. It means one of them is negative. So therefore x minus of 8 is less than 0 and x plus 3 is greater than 0, or x minus of 8 is greater than 0 and x plus 3 is less than 0. Now consider first case. So here x minus of 8 is less than 0 and x plus 3 is greater than 0. It means x is less than 8 and x is greater than minus of 3. So therefore minus of 3 is less than x is less than 8. For second case, x minus of 8 is greater than 0 and x plus 3 is less than 0. It means here x is greater than 8 and x is less than minus of 3. There is no such value such that x is greater than 8 and less than minus of 3. So therefore this is not possible, and hence minus of 3 is less than x is less than 8 is the required value of x whenever f of x is strictly decreasing function. Show that f of x is equals to x minus of cos of x is increasing for all x. So here given f of x is equals to x minus cos of x. So differentiate with respect to x. So f dash of x is equals to derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of cos of x is minus sin of x. So here f dash of x is equals to 1 plus sin of x, called as 1. Now consider the value of sin of x is lies between -1 to +1. So here less than or equals to -1 is less than equals to sin of x is less than equals to 1. Adding 1. So here minus of 1 plus 1 is less than equals to sin of x plus 1 is less than equals to 1 plus 1. So we write this one as 1 plus sin of x. It means 0 is less than or equals to is less than equals to 1 is less than or equals to 1. So this value is nothing but 0 is less than or equals to f dash of x is less than or equals to 1. So therefore f dash of x is greater than or equals to 0 and therefore f of x is increasing function. Therefore f of x is increasing function. We are adding only 1 to this side only.